Welcome back, everybody. D&D? For real this time? I know, it's hard to believe. But, we're finally back with Beyond the Eye. We just had a couple, unfortunate kind of schedule issues and people falling sick and stuff like that, but, we're all back and all right now, so, we'll get back into it. Man, it feels like forever. Even when it's only a couple weeks. Yeah, I got you. Do you want me to call you Delta or Blue or Finn or what? What works best for you? But welcome back, everybody. Even though it's only a couple weeks, it still feels like ages since we played. So we'll do a little recap. I don't think we have any bookkeeping or other stuff not involving this campaign. So we'll just get right into it. So, previously on Beyond the Eye, the party, having fallen into a whirlpool and found themselves stranded in the astral sea instead of dying, were rescued by a ship sailing the astral sea, known as the Valinar Hawk, and captained by a hippo folk gif named Captain Hathaway. And part in thanks for rescuing them, and in motivation of finding their way back home across the rift to the world that they knew before. The party are aiding the crew of the Valinar Hawk in their secret mission, the return of a dragon egg to its parent, on behalf of the Flotsam Kingdom and Princess Chancellor Rowe. On their travels, they've met with all manner of creatures, including some Sirlons at Starsight Tower, where they managed to chart the path of Galahad's arrow, the comet where the dragon is said to reside, which only arcs its way through the Sindrian sphere once every 50 years or so. And after setting out from Starsight Tower, they attempted to go fishing, but found that the sharks that they ended up catching tore a hole in their solar sail. And so they need to take a pit stop at a small spaceport off Baelor's Belt, which is a large asteroid field, before they can travel any further. And that was pretty much where we left off, with a new day beginning and Glacy not feeling too well from eating raw shark meat and getting sick.
It's surprised she hasn't gotten an infection at this point.
So that's where we return. Below deck on the Valinar Hawk, as the ship sails closer to port in order to get some repairs, and I believe you guys were also given a little bit of a shopping list from Chanzi, or Chancellor Rowe, the princess aboard the ship, in which she asked you guys to buy some sending stone and gave you some gold to cover the sail.
Yeah.
So that's where we return. You guys have been gifted. You guys have been gifted player inspiration from the chat.
Yeah.
But the person did not specify who gets it. They said just fight over it. So you guys can decide amongst yourselves who is granted inspiration from the chat.
What's player inspiration?
It just means that it goes to you guys because they can give it to me too. It's just inspiration. But on your character sheet, there should be a little thing at the top. It's kind of an empty box that you can check and uncheck.
Oh yeah, I see it.
A little sun should appear. And so when you have inspiration, you would check that, and then you can expend it after you see a dice roll that you did. So you roll, let's say you had to roll to hit something or roll to succeed on some sort of skill check, like an athletics check or something, right? You would see your own roll and go, oh, that's a little bit low. I would like to expend my inspiration to re-roll that dice.
Oh, that's really nifty.
You would do it before I tell you whether you succeed or fail. You would just kind of look at your dice roll and say, oh, that's pretty low. I think that'll fail, so I'll use my inspiration. So inspiration would be that.
Gotcha.
So the
Okay,
chat can help you guys out by giving you inspiration if they use their channel point. They can also give it to me though, so it's balanced.
cool.
And I use it on behalf of the enemy.
Thank you, chat.
Thanks, chat.
So yes, they've given one of you inspiration, and they didn't specify who, so you guys can decide.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat. Let's murder Glacy. She's already on a warpath to get herself killed.
No. Oh my gosh. I was about to suggest we could rock, paper, scissors it, but
Did
I
any
think
of you
that
already have inspiration?
Nope.
Huh? Okay. Nope.
Okay. Couldn't remember if I gifted anybody inspiration for something.
Nope.
All right. Well, you can decide amongst yourselves. You can just all pick a number, and we can roll a d3 if you want.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just type in the roll20 chat. Just /roll 1d3,
Okay.
and then just all pick a number before you roll it.
I'll go 3.
2.
I guess I'll take 1.
Alrighty.
Roll D3.
/roll.
Roll D3.
All right. Well, you both rolled a 3. Who was 3? Was that Rika?
Who's me?
Rika, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's
Iris
actually
gets the inspiration.
absolute confirmation right there. No one can deny that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can check that little box, make sure that there's a sun there, and then just remember if at any time in the rest of the campaign until you use it up, it doesn't run out. Some DMs make it run out at the end of a session, but for our sake, we'll just let you keep it for however long you want. Just if you ever fail something or roll really low, you can use that resource to reroll.
Cool.
All right, so the three of you are below deck on the Valinar Hawk, beginning a new day and rolling out of your hammock as the ship draws close to the spaceport. Glacy, you're feeling better. With the help of Iris's tonics and tinctures that she's mixing for you. And so with that sort of accelerated healing, you can roll a con save right now, and we'll see if you just get cured straight off the bat. All right, so you're feeling better, but you still kind of have a bit of a gurgle in your stomach. You're still not feeling 100%.
Oh no.
Sounds about right.
Instead of just being poisoned, instead you have just one level of exhaustion, which is slightly less bad than poison. But you're not fully healed. So as the three of you awake for the day, you can tell me what you think your morning duties would be as you move about the ship.
Probably tending to Glacy since they're still not feeling so good.
Fair enough.
Probably said with that said, tending to there be that stubbornness of her just wanting to continue her study with Lethlali. Lethal
Leslie?
Lethali. Leslie.
Oh, Leslie.
As well as just learning every single bit about this on the ship and all of its intricacies as well as the crew's patterns.
Very well.
Yeah, before I go up and help on deck with I'm basically gonna pull the weight of Iris and Glacy up on deck since Iris is tending to Glacy. But before I go, I hand each of them a little bundle that has the shark tooth necklaces that I made, and tell them it's like here you go guys. I figured that maybe we should have something to kind of remember that we're all that's left from our previous world, but we're still together here.
Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome. It's not much. It's just a tooth necklace.
Oh, but it's not just a tooth necklace. You put the time and effort into making this for us. And we really appreciate it, right, Glacy?
Huh? Pokes head out of book. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I think. Yes. Looks looks Tarika concerned. Yes.
Yes, Glacy.
Okay then yes.
All right. Well, I'll let you tend to Glacy, Iris. I'm gonna go up on deck and I'm gonna see what they need help with.
All right, try not to push yourself too much now.
A hard day's work never really fatigues someone who likes to work.
True, true.
And I'm gonna head up on deck.
Very well.
All right, Iris.
So
Oh,
oh,
I was
go
just
ahead,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
real quick that Iris is just gonna put her shark tooth necklace. There we go. Is gonna put the necklace on.
Very well. So Adam, you make your way above deck and find the crew kind of bustling about on morning watch, and you manage to aid some of them. Just usual kind of ship duties. Things are a little bit more hectic when the sails are torn. There's a little bit more busy work to do. But with Lethalie's aid of the Spelljammer, the ship still makes a pretty good pace, though not quite as fast as you were before. And so, unless anybody else has something that they wish to do during the few morning hours before you arrive at the spaceport, then we can skip forward in time.
Nothing I can think of.
I don't think so. Unless I can maybe roll to cure Glacy. Is that a thing I can do?
Well, that's what
Oh.
we did. That's what we did in the morning.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, we rolled last time, I think, for you to succeed on your tonics and stuff, and you did. So then you gave it to Glacy, which gave Glacy that ability to make a con save. And Glacy failed the con save, but your tonic still half cured it.
Gotcha.
So Glacy is kind of only half sick now. Poison would be doing disadvantage on ability checks and attacks, whereas exhaustion is just the ability check. So Glacy's half cured.
Gotcha.
All right. So after helping out amongst the crew, and tending to some sicknesses and doing a bit of reading. Eventually, Adam, you're probably first to see it amongst the three of you. You can see looming far off in the distance, beyond the front of the ship, just a massive field of asteroids. Just giant mountainous rocks, all kind of slowly turning, spread as far as the eye can see. But before you reach it, you can see just a small little port that gently rests just before Baelor's belt. Actually, let's look at our map. It's been a while since we looked at it. We need it to load as well. So as you guys make for Baelor's belt, you see the small little spaceport in the distance. And as the ship draws near, you can hear the captain, Captain Hathaway, just shouting, "Land ho! Where's our landing party?" And looking around across the deck of the ship, locking eyes with Adam.
Here, Captain. I'll go down and get the others.
Ah, very good, very good. We don't want to dawdle now. Let's make good time, yes?
Sir, yes, sir. And then I holler down to Glacy and Iris. I just poke my head down through the doorway. It's like, guys, we're almost there.
Distractions. Drags herself somewhat out of the hammock that she was forced to sit in while she was tended to, and heads up upstairs and uses one of the railings on the steps to keep her upright while she takes in the view. Wow. That's really all I got to say. It's a mountain port, just in the sky.
Yeah, the port itself sits kind of on a rock that gently tumbles around just before the massive field of mountain. And the port itself, you can see a bunch of other kind of smaller ships. Some the size of yours, some just kind of smaller little schooners, all kind of buzzing around it like little bees. So, as the Valinor Hawk draws near, Captain Hathaway makes his way down onto the deck and meets the three of you and says, "All right then, are we all ready?"
I am.
Yes, sir, I believe so. We are to locate a solar sail. Do you know this port at all, Captain? Do you have any advice for us?
Hmm. Well, this port, the Runaway Star, as they call it, it's not the most reputable locale. I imagine you'll have to deal below the table rather than above it. But a port like this is sure to have a merchant. As for this particular spaceport, I can't say that I've visited here often, no. So I'm afraid you are on your own. You'll have to locate the merchant yourselves.
Very well. Thank you, Captain.
And I don't think I need to remind you that we mustn't dawdle. We do have to reach Galahad Zero in good time, so get down there, locate a merchant, buy us some solar fabric to repair our sails, and whatever else Chansies asked you to buy, and then make your way back. We're going to give you one of the lifeboats, and the arrow or the hawk will circle the port until you're ready.
Aye,
When you're
Captain.
very good. When you're all done, just sail out in the lifeboat, and we'll come to pick you up.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Good. Then let's not waste any more time. And with the aid of Snacks and the captain, you begin to detach one of the lifeboats from the side of the ship using a pulley and winch system. And once the lifeboat is ready, they kind of stand aside to let the three of you hop inside. I think we got a boat. There's a boat.
I get inside the lifeboat first so that way I can help Glacy and Iris in, as before.
I will not pull shenanigans as I climb in, but manage to climb in myself.
Back. There we go.
I'm under the boat.
Oh no!
So the three of you hop aboard. It's the same lifeboat that you guys took down to Starsight Tower. So Adam, you're familiar with the steering mechanism and shouldn't have
I'm
too much
familiar with
trouble.
Old Reliable, yes, yes.
Glacier, you're hopping aboard as well, right?
Yeah. Give me a sec. Sorry.
All good. Just wanted to make sure you weren't doing something before you hopped on.
Nope.
Alrighty. Then the three of you set off, peeling away from the Valinar Hawk and making a slow descent down towards the runaway star. As you get a little bit closer, you can see that some of the ships that dot the stars around the spaceport have been anchored with long, thick cord and chain, kind of draped across towards the spinning asteroid. As you draw a little bit nearer, Adam, it occurs to you that there's no real such thing as up and down in the astral sea.
No, there isn't. Oh no.
And so it occurs to you that the runaway star itself is actually kind of slowly just rotating in place. And so it takes a little bit of outside the box thinking to rotate along with it. Something that you'd be very not used to in sailing a boat like that. Starsight towers seem to be almost anchored along a plane, but runaway star just sort of drifts, and so you have to
Runaway. It lives
so-
up to its name.
very indeed. So you have to kind of maneuver the boat a little bit differently to try to match its up and its down as you sail towards it. There's a little bit of a rocky cliffside kind of jutting out of part of the asteroid that's used as a port for smaller craft like your own. And so eventually, after a little bit of trial and error, you manage to drift the ship and have it bump slightly up against the rock. So let's make our way over there, shall we?
Sorry, that was a bit rocky there, guys. those aren't directions that boats are meant to go.
Clearly.
No, it is good. Oh, goddamn bubbly stomach.
Ooh, there, Glacy. I pat Glacy's back.
Hmm.
First, my arms got bitten. Now it's seasickness. This is gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be a trip.
Alright, once I got
Just
your
remember, we're here for solar sail fabric and sending stones, right? Was there anything else? Because that's all I've got on
Um,
my list.
you guys were given some money for sending stones and to cover the sales. And then Chansey kind of just said she wasn't sure how much it would cost, so she gave you a bunch. And she said, if there's any left over, use it for your purchases. And if you have any left at the end, you can just give it back to her if you want.
I looked at Glacy and Iris and asked them, "Is there anything that you guys are wanting to keep an eye out for? Because if we manage to find this stuff quickly enough, we might have time to get you guys what you want."
Medical supplies never hurt.
We were in the blurry zone for a sec, but it's fixed. So,
Definitely a replacement for this. She gestures to the small dagger at her hip.
New dagger, medical supplies. Got it.
Oh, I was thinking
keep my
more
eyes
of a
peeled.
sword.
Okay, sword and medical supplies.
Mm,
Why are you giving me that noise?
oh, I'm just curious on how skilled you are with the blade, is all.
I would say I'm pretty proficient. It's just I didn't plan to. I had one at home, but I didn't plan on, all this. Gestures to the sea of stars. How do you
Uh,
plan for that? It's like, oh, I know, I'm gonna go to another, a giant hole in the ocean into space. Oh, let me
Gestures to
make
the
sure I
infinite
carry
blackness.
a sword with me.
You've made your point. Yes, there isn't really any way to prepare for this.
so as the lifeboat kind of knocks a couple loose floating uh, stones out of the way, and you make your way toward the sturdy looking cliffside that marks sort of an entrance to the main part of the runaway star. You can see that the building in front of you appears to be some sort of establishment. There's a sign kind of above a rather sturdy looking door that uh, appears to be enhanced by some sort of magic as it glows warmly at the three of you as you arrive. It reads the runaway star. Out
Ooh.
front, dressed in sturdy looking armor, is a tall looking gift, armed to the teeth. So, what do you
Wow.
do?
I'm gonna moor off the boat and help them out, and then I guess I'll follow their lead.
Very well.
Glacy stabilizes herself on the rock before looking up at the sign. Excuse me. She then looked into the walking tin can before eyeing them up and down. Can we just go in, or is there any special protocol? Yes? No?
Uh,
It looks to be a bar. I think we can walk in unless they stop us, Glacy.
Gotcha. Slides on past into said bar.
So, you hop out of the. Sorry, yeah, the guy would step in front before you get there.
Oh, damn it.
I was just I was doing something else, so you slipped past me. um, so as you make your way up to the door, the heavily armored guard kind of steps in front, and through the visor of his helmet, kind of gruffly growls out a "New faces, what's your business?"
We are here for solar sails and what was the stone?
Sending stones.
Sending stones.
You see him kind of turn his head side to side, sizing the three of you up. Hmm. Don't cause any trouble.
Oh,
Don't
of
want to
course.
don't want to get my blade dirty today. And then he just kind of clanks his way to the side and allows you guys to pass.
Did you hear that, Glacy? No trouble.
Yeah. Yes, Mom.
There won't be
Dude.
any trouble, sir. And I give him a nod, and I just kind of like gently pat Glacy and Iris on the back to just usher them inside.
So you pull the door open and find yourselves in a rather strange looking restaurant. Probably unlike any you had ever seen before. It doesn't look like the typical inns and taverns that you might have visited among your travels. The floors are tiled strangely. Even the tables are an odd setup. But even odder still is the creature behind the bar and some of the patrons, who are also unlike anything you've seen before. The creature behind the bar is a massive, kind of gnarled orb or sphere with many little stalks of eyes coming out. Also seated at the bar is a woman who appears to be made of some sort of jelly or slime. Seated across at some of the tables are a rather normal looking human, an elf, and at the far table on your left, some rather diminutive looking, well, at first you thought they were penguins, but their feathers are odd color when they wear small capes and hoods. So, as you entered the Runaway Star, what do you do?
Totally out of character while we're talk about this, but I heard Sea of Thieves, and the only thing I can imagine is someone in the corner with a with a hurdy-gurdy.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's like, wait a minute.
This is Sea of Thieves.
This is the
You want to play sometime? I want to play Sea of Thieves.
Oh, heck yeah.
New content came out on Thursday. Anyway, continuing on.
Anyway. Okay.
Lacey kind of looks around as she places her hands on her hips. So, fearless leader looks to Adam. What's the plan?
Fearless leader. I didn't know that was a thing now.
Do I look like I'm in any capacity to take full charge? And plus, the small here has told me I cannot cause chaos, which goes against my nature, but you know.
Small?
Yes, small.
I am not that small.
You are kind of small.
Surely I'm not that small.
We made sure to bring your We made sure to bring in your high chair. Don't worry.
Ooh,
The creature behind the bar kind of interrupts your little back and forth, and just kind of jumps right into your conversation as if he'd been a part of it the whole time. If you are in need of a plan, might I suggest filling your stomachs first?
That sounds like a wonderful idea, and I'm going to move up to the bar.
Please have a seat. One of the little eye stalks gestures towards the empty stools in front of him.
what a friendly smile.
Lacey seems completely
at least
unfazed
he's
by
smiling.
Welcome to my establishment. I am the owner of the Runaway Star. I am Asimov. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Now then, looking for something in particular, or would you like me to list off our specials of the day?
I look tentatively to Iris and Glacy. You see like the little light behind my glasses, like look over at them real quick, and I look back at Asimov, and I'll take a special. I say very, very like not sure, because half the stuff we've eaten like ice cold melons and some weird fish. So I don't know what the special is. It might be chicken noodle soup. I don't know.
Dude, heck yeah.
Anything to help settle the stomach, because my happy ass decided to bite into some raw shark thing.
Well, there are many ways to eat a scaver, but you should always start with cooking it.
But
Now
sushi.
Now then, shall I list what we've got on the menu today? You can choose from that.
Do you have anything vegetarian?
We do. Though out this far from Driftwood, it will be hard to obtain real vegetables, but it doesn't contain meat, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, yes. I actually can't eat any meat.
Very well. I will tend to your dietary restriction. Now then, on our menu we have Spacer's Start, which is my name for a hearty breakfast. Scrambled mollymauk egg, topped with crumbled space swine bacon. Very delicious. Next, our vegetarian option, which, do not let the name deceive you, is called Zyrarian jelly worms. They are not actual worms, but more of a long jelly-like noodle.
Ooh.
The girl seated next to Adam here actually kind of pipes up as Asimov finishes his sentence, and she goes, it's an invention of the plasmoids.
What did she say?
Plasmoids? I kind of look over to her like, I don't know what that is. Because Adam has a low intelligence, and I've never seen one of these things before.
She kind of tilts her head.
I don't mean to call her a thing. I'm just like, I don't know what this is.
She kind of tilts her head confused to the side, letting some of the jelly of her hair kind of drip down her shoulder. And goes, what's the matter? You've never met a plasmoid before?
They
Nope.
have not.
No.
Well, that's me.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Plasmoid.
Oh, it's not.
Not her. It's not her name.
What she? What?
Uh,
What is? I'm sorry. What's your name? My name's Adam. This is my friend Iris and my companion Glacy. Uh,
I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding. I am a plasmoid. But I'm called Jellica. We don't often use names, but we're given them by others to make things easier.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Jellica.
She reaches out one of her arms and it just kind of unnaturally stretches a little bit longer towards you, Adam.
I go to shake her hand.
It's like shaking hands with Jello. It just kind of squishes as you grab it.
Oh gosh, I hope I didn't hurt her. Did I squeeze too hard? I'm sorry.
She doesn't even react. She just kind of, Sorry, what?
No, Glacy's just laughing at this.
And after she shakes your hand, Adam, and you release, she stretches her arm even longer to reach Iris without moving from her stool.
Oh. Oh, okay. I go and gently shake her hand.
She shakes your hand back and then stretches it even further to Glacy.
Glacy would shake it kind of firmly, all nonchalantly. Well, first time I've touched Jello in such a manner. Forgive me. We are really not from around these parts, so yeah, we have never been a plasmoid. I have read about your kind, but never, been.
Yeah, there would be maybe some small mention of plasmoids in some of the books that you've been seeing in your time in the Astral Sea.
She's like a cute Stretch Armstrong, guys.
As she's kind of talking to you guys, she's actually just distractedly like forking food up from her plate, and she just kind of shoves it right into her neck instead of through her mouth, and the food just kind of floats in there as she does it.
Does it dissolve in the mixture?
Rather slowly.
Glacy seems to be watching this intently.
But
Glacy, don't
Asimov...
stare.
What? I am
stare.
I am a person of knowledge and intellect. I must make observations of a species I have never met firsthand for my own research purposes, as well as, learning.
But Asimov brings you guys back to the menu as he resumes describing the noodle bowl, Zerelian jelly worms. And he says, like I said, they're not actual worms, but a noodle bowl in broth. Very delicious.
Ooh.
This is starting to sound more and more like ramen as we go along.
Next, we also have jellyfish delight, a thinly sliced astral jellyfish meat, brewed and re-solidified with sugar. And then we cut it into cubes and powder it with, powdered sugar.
I think I'll have the jellyfish.
These noodle bowls sound good. I'll take one of those.
Very well.
I'll also have a noodle bowl, the jelly worms, if you will.
Very well. That'll be a gold each for your meal.
Who is the responsible one with the money? Because I don't think it was me.
It's me. Alright, I hand over 3 gold.
One of his eye stalks kind of snakes and along the counter and scoops it off into a little purse that hangs around his apron. I will return with your food soon. Make yourselves at home. And he just kind of floats off, pushing through a door and off into the kitchen.
Well then.
Can I make
Honey.
a perception check to see if anyone's kind of eyeballing us weird? I know that we're like major outsiders here, but I know that the captain said that this wasn't like a very reputable port.
I would say that probably everyone is, maybe with the exception of Jellica, 'cause she's already going to talk to you. But everybody else in the bar, kind of, you see them glance back and forth. Sometimes their eyes dart to you, and they seem to just kind of be taking your measure. Not necessarily all threatening, but you do kind of catch their glances sometimes. As they would probably have never seen someone like Iris before.
Sorry, guys.
Because Limsa are already pretty rare back in terrestrial Grand Lorien. But they also keep to themselves in the forest, and they don't sail very often, so the likelihood of any of them being stranded and then surviving the trip through Sindrin's Eye is incredibly slim. So there are not many Limsa out here in the Astral Sea. So they're all just kind of taking a look at your ears, unsure of what exactly you are. Eh?
So they're like mostly staring at me, right?
Not staring, but you catch a few glances from time to time.
Oh,
Enough to
okay.
kind of seem a little bit unusual.
All right, I'm flicking my ears around, and I like glance at Glacy and Adam, and I ask them, "Is there something on my face?"
I think they haven't seen
Someone so short, and I kind of give Glacy a glance, like
what?
Don't.
We were just staring at Jellica over here because she's a new species to us. Why is it weird for them to look at Iris for seeing a species that's probably rare to them? Probably never seen. It's already rare back at home.
Now, Adam, did you just call me short again?
I believe we called you short for the third time. I think you missed the first one.
I puff
Very
my
odd.
cheeks out.
It's okay. It's okay, pats Iris on the head. I will make sure to get you a cookie.
Now, don't you start.
Well, considering that you also hold my life in my hands, I jest in care. Besides, you could probably also let me die if I start being too sassy.
Now, I would not do that. Maybe let you have an upset stomach for a little while longer, but that's about it. Smile.
So after a short time, Asimov pushes back through that door. It kind of swings almost like a saloon type door as he pushes through it. And balanced on the ends of some of his eye stalks, he has several bowls and dishes that he lays out in front of you. 2 noodle bowls in front of Lacey and Iris, and a small plate of sort of cubed, sort of gelatin-like substance. Places that plate in front of Adam. Your meals, he says as he slides them towards you.
Thank you.
What utensils are we given?
You guys are given spoons, and Adam is given a fork.
Okay. Dicey would be the bold one to try the meal first as she takes a spoonful and just goes whole hearty into a bite. Might as well give it a full try.
Don't burn your tongue, Glacy.
But heat. Did we not establish I have a love for fire?
Well, I don't know if your tongue does.
That's a very good point.
What about you, Adam? Are you gonna try any of yours?
Yeah. I take a fork and I jab into one of the pieces and look at it, and I take a deep breath, and I take a bite.
Yeah, you take a bite. The outside is sweet, almost slightly tangy, and the inside is incredibly smooth.
It's really good. I have a few more. You should try this.
Okay, out of character, are Limses able to eat fish?
They don't. They don't eat fish. As for whether or not jellyfish would apply to that, that's actually something I never even thought about. But they don't live by the
Right?
sea very much. So they mostly don't eat fish just because there aren't too many fish around. But fish would be counted as meat.
Gotcha. Oh, I can't. I wish I could.
She had swallowed a few more, finally having something that was good and settled in her stomach. I mean, I could eat the jellyfish out of it for you, and you can just have the broth. Put something on your stomach.
Is the jellyfish in a broth?
No.
Oh.
They're like Jello jigglers, except made of jellyfish and sugar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Picture Turkish delight.
Wow.
That's what Adam's eating. You guys have like a noodle bowl, so imagine like a glass noodle where it's like transparent.
Yeah.
That's what you guys have in a broth with all sorts of kind of chopped up herbs and a few vegetables.
Oh.
Gotcha. All right, Iris.
Basically, yours has an egg in it. Iris doesn't.
Sounds good.
Start chopping down. Yeah, eat some noodles.
Noodle. Speaking of noodles, I need to go warm up said noodles. I only have to put them in the heat up, but I can still hear.
Okay.
Very well. You guys spend some time chomping down on your food. And as you guys eat, what would you like to do next?
I look over at Jellica and I ask her if she's familiar enough with the area to point us in the direction of where we can get some materials to mend our ship.
She kind of stares at you for a second, with eyes that kind of just shift slightly in the slime that holds them. And then she just kind of blankly says, "Well, here, of course."
Like here in the bar, or like here around here?
Yes, in the runaway star.
I think she means I think they mean the rock as a whole. Let me put it to you this way, Angelica. From our current location, what direction do we go to go pick them up?
You folk really aren't from around here. Are you from the Outer Rim or something?
We're drifters.
Yes.
I basically tell her that we're rifters. That's the word that the captain used. Not drifters. We use the term rifters here. And Adam says this pointedly as he like waves his finger, like I know what the word is.
She kind of wobbles a little bit as she chuckles and says, "Rifters. It's all right if you don't want to tell me where you are, but you don't have to make up something."
No,
Yes. Adam, no.
Yes, we are from the Outer Rim. We're kind of new to the whole system, so forgive us.
And
I've met
look
anyone
over to
from the Outer Rim.
I look over to Iris and Glacy and I start whispering. It's like, but that wasn't a lie.
Yeah, but they don't fucking understand it. Shut the fuck up.
No, Lacey.
What?
I just don't think we should be drawing too much attention to ourselves, Adam.
Yeah, she
the
doesn't-
captain-
She doesn't
Oh.
look like suspicious of the word rifter. It's just that it has been 100 years since anyone's seen one, so none of them really exist anymore. It's kind of faded from collective conscious.
I'm sorry, Jellica. I did misspeak. We are from the Outer Rim, but we call ourselves the Rifters.
Yes, that's our group name.
Well, that's rather odd.
Yeah.
Well, if you really aren't from around here, then you've never met a Dowar merchant.
Nope.
Mm.
A what?
Your intellect is awe-inspiring, Doctor.
It's low. It's very low. I assure you.
Goodness me, you must be from some sort of backwater system if you've never met a Dowar merchant before. They're everywhere.
Do forgive him. I am usually cloistered up in a library, and he is just him.
I'm better suited on a boat.
She points one wobbling finger past the three of you, towards the far corner,
Penguins.
where two small penguins are sitting side by side.
Rika, your excitement is just like
I'm sorry.
it
Well,
is
those-
amazing. I love it.
Those little fellow are Dowar. As a species, they run large amounts of merchantry in this system. Everything from bazaars to underground black markets. So if you're looking to buy something, I would start there.
I appreciate it. Glacy immediately grabs grabs Adam by by his shoulder and looks at Iris. Let's go.
Hey, okay. Hold on. I take my plate with me.
Iris also grabs her bowl.
I do grab my bowl, but with magic. My book comes alive because my book is sentient. It comes alive and becomes a floating tray.
Very well.
Well, that's mighty useful.
As you guys walk towards the far corner where the two diminutive penguins are sitting, they both look towards you and then cock their heads to the side in unison.
We were told that you could do some business, so we came by. We're looking for some solar sails and sight stones. Do you
Sending
mind?
Sending stones.
Sending stones, yes.
Their small little eyes kind of dart around to examine the three of you, and then the slightly taller blue one speaks and says, "Business? Yes. Sit. One of you."
Stupid grid. Can I be put in the chair, please?
The two merchants kind of ignore Iris and Adam and look at you, Glacy. And then, kind of both in unison, they just say, Proof of gold? Let's see it.
Glacy looks to Iris. Bag?
Here.
Both of their
Okay.
heads immediately snap towards Iris as you pull out your money. And as they see that you're the one holding the gold, they just kind of make, with their flippers, just a little gesture to Glacy, just, we'll speak with the one with the gold.
Even if, are you sure? She is only merely our gold herald, but you can usually talk to me if you need business. Call her my mobile bank.
They look back towards you, Glacy. The one that carries the gold is the most important one in the group.
Well, there you have it.
Oh,
Life is commerce.
Life is commerce, but do you really think on the? Are you sure you don't want to do business with me?
We do business with those that have the gold.
Iris holds out her hand for the gold.
oh, are you sure you can handle this, Glacy?
Yes, I can handle this.
Okay. And I hand Glacy all the gold.
I lean over to Iris. Has Glacy done this before?
Maybe?
Gracie then looks at the gold and then plops it into her lap to keep it somewhat in sight, but in close proximity to herself.
Good.
Now, can we do business?
Much better. We'll enter the trade now. And they kind of both extend a flipper to you, Glacy.
Glacy takes both hands to shake both of them. Her tome setting her bowl down as she interlocks her fingers and then leans her elbows on the table. So we need sending.
The blue one speaks up before you get a chance to talk, and says, "This one is called Cass," and then the purple one follows that up almost immediately after it seamlessly. And this one is called Mimi.
Cass and Mimi. Cass and Mimi. Well,
we shall establish the trade link now. And they're extending their flippers for you to grab them with one with each of your hand.
I did. I had said that I grabbed both their flippers, one in each hand.
I just wanted to say they're not shaking your hand. They're trying to hold your hand.
Oh.
And as they say, we will establish the trade link now. They stop talking out loud, and their voice starts echoing in your head. And with sort of an ethereal kind of voice that floats only in your mind, Iris and Adam, you don't hear what they say, as though our merchants prefer to do business telepathically rather than out loud. Now then, says Cass, to business. What do you see?
We need a replacement solar sail for our ship, the Valinar Hawk, as well as sending stones. And if gold permits, probably a nice weapon for myself.
Solar fabric to patch a sail? That can be done, says Mimi.
That's good. And the sending stones?
Mimi looks over at Cass, who begins to rifle around in a bag that's kind of, up till now, was hidden under the cloak. And after sort of just a full silent minute of Cass just shifting around in this bag, reaching his flipper impossibly deep into the bag, eventually pulls out a small pair of stones and places them down on the table in front of him.
Lacey smiles as she then out of her head consciously looks to the two of them and sort of mouths, "Do you need anything?"
Oh, medical supplies, maybe?
Well, she returns her head. So we have the stones. What about the sails?
Sales are present too. We can trade for them.
I would like to inspect their condition before I put money down on them. You can understand that.
Mimi looks at Cass again, and Cass begins to rifle around through the bag. And eventually begins to pull out kind of long bolts of fabric, almost like a magician pulling cloth, an impossibly long cloth out of a hat.
Glacy eyes it carefully before then looking to Adam and then looking aloud. Please inspect the sails for any tears or anything that would make it sub quality.
Mimi and Cass place the bolts of fabric kind of on the side of the table near Adam. Solar sails kind of shimmer. They're a soft kind of eggshell white, but they have this slight little shimmer to them like a butterfly's wing.
Okay, what kind of... Would I make like an investigation check? Or what
Yeah,
kind of check
an
would I make to see
investigation
if they're-
investigation would suit it, yeah.
I got a whopping 7. These sails look like sails.
Yeah, I would say with the 7, you're able to recognize that they do look like the same type of fabric as the ones on the ship because you have taken a look at those. As for their quality, hard to say.
They look good, Glacy.
Glacy then smiles. All right, so we have two of our goods. Now, if I could squeeze them in before I ask about other things, how much will these two cost?
All right. Let me figure out how much I said last time. You guys remember? So I don't have to look it up.
I think you said the solar sails would be.
Perfect opportunity to lie to me.
I could say that they were probably 80 gold, but no, they're like 150.
I think we only gave you a ballpark. I don't think I actually gave you an exact number.
Oh yeah, but think
But that
it
sounds
was-
about right. I think it was like 120, 150, something like that.
yeah.
All right. Between sending stones and the sales, let's roll to see what the market's like today for our Doar merchants.
Oh
Whether
boy.
whether or not they're selling a little higher than usual, maybe a little lower than usual. We'll see what the market's like.
Ooh.
We got a whole Doar stock trading market behind the scenes here. All right. You guys are in luck. Looks like they're a little bit less expensive than usual.
Yes.
So between sending stones and the sales, that'll be 140 gold.
And how much gold do we have?
How much did Chansey give us? Was it just a flat 150, or did she ended up giving us more?
I think she gave you 150 to cover that because I think they said that the sales would be less than 150.
Gotcha.
She
And
gave
then
you
we
a
have
flat
our-
150 to cover everything she wanted, and then you guys had your own gold. So I think you guys were sitting around like, I don't know, 170, 180 or something like that. We'll just say that's what you have.
And just to go over, my brain was figuring out 140 for the sale and how much for the sending?
That was together.
Oh, 140 altogether?
Yeah, they were adding them together for you.
And if we were to buy, just looking for my compatriots here, medical supplies.
Give Glacy a thumbs up.
Yeah, they kind of uh yeah, they clearly see that you're talking to Iris about it. And so they actually say the next part out loud just to facilitate the process. One of them kind of looks off towards Iris, and then they say in unison, looking at Glacy and Iris at the same time. Um, what sort? Tonics, potions, bandages? What sort?
Hmm.
We sell potions of healing, if that's what you desire. But we also have bandages and other more minor medical supplies.
Okay, out of character, as someone who is not well versed in D&D, how effective are potions?
Uh, depends on what sort of potion you get. Um, potions are obviously a one-time use. You drink them. Usually, by the time that you're taking it out of your bag and administering it either to yourself or someone else, it takes about an action to do in combat.
Okay.
But outside of combat, it's just kind of you just chug it down. Depending on what type of potion you're getting, there's sort of like tiers, ranks of health potions, and they just heal more and more as they go up.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, as often as we get into scuffles, potions wouldn't be too bad.
The base level healing potion would be 2d4 plus 2, and then they just they go up as you buy more and more expensive and rare ones. You could ask if you want to know which ones they have, because not all merchants will sell every single
Yeah.
rank of healing potion.
Okay, I'll go ahead and ask. What kind of potions do you have to offer?
Your standard potion of healing, but we also have more expensive potions of greater healing as well.
Alright, I'll look at Adam and Glacy. What do you two think?
Potions of healing are quite an expensive investment, but if you feel that we could get away with it,
If we can swing it financially, it's a good investment, but that's only if we can afford to do so.
True.
We have other wares as well.
What other wares do you have? Out of curiosity.
We deal in weapons and spells of utility and other more shadowy items. Mimi says, choosing her words very carefully.
I give Glacy a look.
mhm,
Don't you dare ask about the shadowy items kind of look.
I won't ask about the shadowy items.
Good. But if we can fit it in the budget, well, I think it would be wise if each of us carry a potion, yes?
How much is each potion?
For a common potion of healing, 20 gold.
Let's see, how much gold do we have again? After buying the solar sails and the sending stones?
If we had 180, we spent 140 on the sails and the stones, which means we've got 40 left. We can afford 2 potions.
Yeah,
I would say
I'll let you guys know how much gold you have because with all the gambling and stuff, I didn't have an exact number by the time that we ended that session. So I'll leave it to you guys.
Oh yeah, we also right. Is this 180 including?
That's what I can't remember.
I think Lacey was carrying that gold at 160. Unless something's up with my gold amount.
I was using the 160 as a basis to jump off on, and then I was looking at the other two who both had 10
Okay, so
in
that's
their
180
inventory.
total.
Actually, Iris has 20, so maybe it's a little more than that. I don't know.
Can we roughly say 200 flat?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Since I don't
All-
remember it.
All three of us, or
Just go ahead. All right. I'll contest it.
Oh,
Just with
you
a flat
challenge.
d20, I'll contest it. All right. I rolled a 5. You can have 200.
yes. Okay, so 200
Alright,
minus the 140.
We'll say you gambled a little bit and you evened it off at a flat 200.
Nice. So then, if we minus that by, oh gosh, I'm doing math.
Yeah. So the 140, if you pay for the stuff that you need, then that
We
would
have
leave
60
you
gold.
with 60 gold.
That's 3 potions.
As you guys are discussing your your funds amongst yourselves, Mimi and Cass are just pulling items out of their bags and placing them on the table. They placed like sort of a small little scroll that's kind of tightly bound and sealed with wax on the table, and then they've also placed kind of to the left side of the table. They placed a rather ornate-looking lantern. And then at the center, what looks like maybe a small little clay urn with a little rope fuse sticking out of one end. Mimi places that one very gently down on the table.
I look to Iris and Glacy and I remind them that, we got what we needed. Iris was looking for medical supplies. Glacy, you wanted a weapon. So whatever you need, whatever you can afford with that, I don't need a potion. So if you want to use that gold towards getting your weapon there, Glacy, that's fine by me.
Lacey eyes the clay ornament, as well as the scroll as she gestures with it with its eye. What's that?
Oh no.
This urn here is a thunder bomb.
Oh no.
It's a gift weapon. It explodes, causes such a thunderous noise that it causes harm to anyone in the radius.
I see. And the scroll?
Well, this is a rather common spell. Surely you've seen it before, no?
I've seen a lot of common spells. I would like to know specifically.
It's a scroll of air bubble. Very useful to have in case one finds themselves stranded in the astral sea without a supply of air.
Lacey eyes the two objects before looking to Iris. Did you pick? So, then one last question before we fulfill the purchase. Do you have any long swords available?
They just kind of cock their heads to the side a little bit confused. Long swords?
Yes, a long sword.
Cass immediately begins to dig around in the bag.
Glacy, being in their mind, can I project an image?
They speak. They don't project images.
Okay.
more rudimentary weapons like that would be rarer to find, unless you were at like a gift settlement. So it's not something that they would typically have, because it wouldn't really appeal to shrewd business Doar like them. They wouldn't make many sales off of it. But I'll make a roll to see if they have it. How's that sound? See if they have one rattling around in their infinite little bags there.
If only the Wait. How difficult would it be to get a moon touched longsword?
Near impossible. You can raise the DC if you want to go for that, but
No, I wouldn't. I want to make sure to guarantee it.
okay. Yeah, they actually have one. You're in luck.
And the longsword price?
They pull it out of the bag. It's longer than the bag itself, and they kind of put it down on the table in front of you. 10 gold for the longsword, 30 for the thunder bomb, and 10 for the scroll of air bubble.
Out of curiosity, what's so special about this lantern here?
It's a starlight lantern.
Oh.
It glows with starlight, recharged with the very ether of the stars themselves. Can be turned on and off with only a command word, but it also has another feature. One can expend all the starlight inside of it and cause it to burst with a radiant light that will sear your foes.
Ooh.
$30 gold for the starlight lantern as well, says Mimi.
Glacy explains it to them before then looking. We do how about this? 140 for our necessities, 2 potions, which is another 40, and then the longsword. Unless you two want a bomb.
Oh, turnips. A bomb sounds might dangerous, doesn't it?
The air bubble.
It sounds very dangerous.
Air bubble. It sounds like it could be useful.
Glacy then had a thought as she then looked. What was the scroll's price again? Just out
10
of
gold.
character.
10 gold.
Gold. Then we will take the scroll as well. Longsword, 2 potions, the scroll, and our essentials.
Very well. They kind of pull back the items you didn't want. Mimi gently placing the underbomb back inside of her bag. And then they slide the items that you want towards you, Glacy.
Glacy smiled as she plucked the scroll up and puts it in her coat or in her robe pocket for the time being, before she picks up the sword and scabbard before pulling the blade out to inspect its edge before smiling, closing the blade back into its scabbard and pushing herself up. It was a pleasure doing business with you. She plucks the heavy bag of gold and then offers it gingerly to them. Do enjoy your new wealth.
They pull the gold back towards them and they begin to count it.
Glacy looks to the other two. You look like you've seen look like you've seen a ghost.
We're just very impressed, Glacy, with your business. Or
Yes, your business acumen is very astute. You bought everything at ticket price.
Happens when you grow up when your father's a businessman. Now, now that we have everything, I also plan to study this scroll and add it to my spell book. That way we can have it ready whenever we need. Last thing we need is to have a one-use scroll.
Hmm.
Glacy, I don't mean to be rude to you, my friend, but did you haggle for any of this?
Potentially.
Are you sure you
Okay.
haggled, Glacy?
I have
I
no
mean-
reason to distrust Glacy at this point.
Glacy, rolls the scabbard sword onto her shoulder. I mean, for this, I would pay full price. She gestures to the sword.
Mm.
But I ain't no fool and know that it ain't no 20 gold sword.
Well, if you say so.
No, we should probably get these sails and stones back unless you guys need anything else.
Mm, no. I don't think so, right, Adam?
No, I don't believe we need anything else.
Glacy then steps out of the booth and back to the bar. Before she then came to a stop and then looked to the other ones. Other two. I need to let you guys know about something.
Oh?
We haven't paid for our meals.
Oh, yes, we did.
We did? Oh, right, we did. Damn.
Yeah,
No
you definitely
worries.
did.
Yeah. No worries, Glacy. I already paid for our meals.
Okay, I was about to
Yes,
say we need to
been
book
taken
it.
care of. You're gonna dine and dash?
Look, I have a sword now. I feel a little more confident.
No, no, no. No causing trouble, Glacy.
It's not causing trouble. We're just.
It is. It's breaking the law. That's exactly what it is. That is the definition of trouble.
You two are no fun. She looks at Asmoff and then gives a small two-finger salute as best she can with her hands occupied. Adam, can you carry the sails? And Iris,
Yes, I can carry the sails.
potions for you to hold on to.
Thank you, Glacy.
Very well. You finished trading with the Dawar. Glacia, as you stood up from the table, that psychic connection kind of broke from Mimi and Kat. Their words leave your brain.
That was a very dangerous place to be in.
So, as you now have your items, what would you like to do next?
What would you two like to do, if anything else? Because I think our business is concluded now that we have this.
How much in-game time do we have left? Because we were given a roundabout time frame of how much time we should spend to purchase things. How much time do we have left before we have to get back to the Valinor Hawk?
I think before last session we just said like kind of keep it to below like 2 to 3 hours. You guys have maybe spent 40 to 50 minutes here, just between eating and then doing business. So you could spend longer if you wanted, or you could depart early. The Hawk is just circling the asteroid, waiting for you guys. So you can depart whenever you wish. Up to you.
We can do some sightseeing for a minute. We've got time, I think.
we don't take too long, I'm sure it should be fine.
Tell you what, we'll have an hour. We'll take an hour. How's that?
That
An hour
sounds...
tops.
Yeah, an hour works for me too.
Lacey starts heading towards the door.
Oh, sorry about that. The man says he kind of bumps into you.
Lacey narrows her eyes at the redhead. Hold on, bud.
Something the matter with you?
Lacey starts to rummage through her robes and everything to double check.
Bit presumptive of you to think of me as a pickpocket, don't you think?
And why the bump?
Well, I didn't see you there.
Very well.
I make my way up behind Glacy, and I put a hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, as someone who's also a little visually impaired, and I kind of give a little inclination to the man's eye patch. It was probably an honest mistake.
Do I miss anything in my rummaging?
You don't find anything missing.
Good.
You lot look like a bunch of fish out of ether.
Well, you could say that.
Lost or something.
We have a sense
You could
of
say that.
We have a sense of direction. We're hunting Galahad's arrow. For research purposes.
Not many who'd do such a thing like that. Hats off to you, I guess.
I mean, with a phenomenon that comes around every 50 cycles or so, you tend to want to study as much as you can while the brain is still young and spongy.
Yeah, I think I've heard about some research expeditions making for the arrow. Not many of them come back.
And you are?
Sorry? Oh,
And you
my
are.
name? Orson Valeria. Nice to meet you. He reaches out his hand to shake yours.
Lacey shakes it firmly. These are my researchers as well, Iris and Adam. We're here to come and get some materials to repair our ship.
Yeah, he shakes your hands as well. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Repair your ship, eh? Run into some trouble?
We ran into a scaver, decided to make short work of our sails. We needed a replacement.
Well, better than pirates, I suppose.
Yes, thankfully we haven't run into any pirates.
Lucky chaps. Now then, was there something you lot needed, or
No,
was about to depart?
you take care then.
Pleasant day to you as well.
Lacey watches them go as she had still had her the scabbarded sword on her shoulder. I'm having a feeling that he gave us his full name, as it won't be the last time we meet him.
Are you
Or he
sure?
gave someone else's name.
Oh, you think so?
Remember what the good captain said. We're entering territory of pirates.
Oh, turnips, yes.
Wow, just because he has an eye patch?
Yeah, what is it with the
Possibly.
visually impaired stuff? Like, or are we picking it like I've got two bad eyes? Does that make me a double pirate?
The
No.
secret's out. The truth has been
Plus
revealed.
one pirate.
Plus one pirate.
Yeah, I'm the +1 pirate. That's Adam, the +1 pirate. Autumn's.
Don't worry, we'll get you some new eyes. I'm sure there'll be some poor hobo out somewhere who doesn't need them anymore.
Glacy.
What? She heads outside.
I'm gonna feed her so much raw fish.
I heard that.
I think she heard that, Adam.
I have
Fish.
giant.
I hope she heard that.
These ears aren't for show, you know.
I've got pointy ears too.
Yeah, that's where all the sharpness went, because you clearly don't have a sharp wit.
This coming from the person who didn't haggle. I don't even know.
You
that.
need to haggle.
You always haggle. You bought it at ticket price.
And we were in and out. Who cares? Did I buy it at an inflated price? No. Sure, I could have haggled, but we are kind of on a time constraint. I don't want to spend a couple of hours here with new folks that probably are already suspicious of us.
Basically, you kind of eye back and forth looking for Orson as you depart the runaway star. But he seems to have disappeared.
Hmm.
The heavily armored guard just kind of gives you a little nod, his armor clanking as he does. And
Did
you
you
hear
see
kind
him?
of a... What?
Oh, go ahead. You finish first.
He just kind of gives you a gruff little grunt of acknowledgement as you pass by out of the door.
Did you see what direction our red-headed man went?
What's it to you?
Pure curiosity. If you don't want to answer, that's fine.
Don't like to meddle in others' business,
I mean, that is fair.
but I might for some gold.
If only, but as you can see, she gestures to the sword and also the other supplies. We're currently, broke, but we are going to do some touring around.
Well, that's a shame.
Gracie
You
then
kinda
looks to the other two.
Straightens back up.
What?
Oh, he just kind of
What
straightens
direction?
back up to resume his guard.
Where do you two want to head towards?
Well, the runaway star is what you're standing on.
Oh,
Imagine like a sort of spherical rock with just one building perched on top, as it just slowly kind of rotates in every direction. That is the runaway star.
This is it. This is it.
So we're on basically Kame House. Gotcha.
A little bit, or some Mario Galaxy shit. If you ran all the way around it, you might come back over on this side. You departed off this side.
dude.
But your lifeboat's still sitting where you left it, moored to some of the kind of metal spikes that are sticking out of this little cliff edge here.
So, this is the
I'm
rock.
I'm going to put the sail inside the boat and and get us ready to depart, because upon noticing that this is the only thing, like, this is the rock. The rock has the building.
But you guys
Everything on
can
this
you can take a big trip all the way around. It wouldn't take that long. It'd only take you like 10 minutes to walk all the way around the rock.
You know what? We do that just to find out that it is just a rock.
Yeah, so you guys just kind of like take off. The three of you just kind of walk around this edge here, and just walk straight. And as you just keep walking, you just eventually bump right back into the runaway star on the other side.
Huh, it really is just a rock.
I can't believe we could just do that.
Yeah, it would be a little bit trippy for you guys, as other than the slight slope of how you're walking and the way that the horizon is kind of very short in front of you. Other than that, it would just feel like you walked straight and came back to the same spot. It's a bit of an unusual feeling.
I do have a question though. Even if we walked around there, did we see like other ships moored off? Like, I know that we probably saw this one. Were there any others that we would have taken notice of, or one that seems like, hey, this seems like it's the merchant ship, or this looks like it's Jellica's ship, or anything like that?
Yeah, you can see kind of like some smaller little ships that might be crewed by maybe only 5-ish people. You can see some larger ships. A lot of them are just kind of floating. Some circle. Some of them have long, thick chains and cords that are actually attached to the side of the runaway star and rope all the way up to larger ships. This is kind of just a rest stop. So not everybody who's resting here is in the runaway star. They might just dock their ships here to rest for a bit. Eventually, you can kind of see, as you circle the planet, you can see the hawk circling you guys as well, as they just kind of take lazy laps around the star.
Oh man, I don't know if I'll ever get used to this.
Well, if we succeed in our mission, we might not have to.
True.
As you guys.
Oh?
I don't plan to go back.
Oh?
I'm not going back.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Is that what you wanted to tell us, Glacy?
Hmm?
Is that what you wanted to tell us?
I'll tell you what. Oh. About my plans to just stay out here in the stars? I mean, think about it. She had looked out to the stars as she had tied the sword to her side, as her wrist then hangs on the pommel. Let's think about it. Hold on, I actually have exactly a song since we were listening to Sea of Thieves. Where is it? Ah, here we go. There you go. I put it there.
I'm not going to play an external thing. I
Yeah.
got all my stuff inside Roll20, and I do have a song that I can play.
Arriving at the Sea of Thieves is the song, but
I got one already.
Glacy kind of looks out at the open stars. It's all different. We are in it. Well, we are at a place that's completely unknown to us, with untold amount of knowledge. And with a slightly extended life that I have, I would like to at least get as much as possible. My dad is no longer at the place. I've sold off most of my business so I can keep a wealth of gold. And even if on my own death, most of the gold is going to be turned back into the into the schooling of the Champort. Not really a big issue if I lose a couple 100,000 gold from the business. As for me, I could start afresh here and just go along my way. Probably get my own ship. Do my own thing. I know you guys are eager to get home, but there's really nothing at home that is worth going to. knowledge is finite there, and the adventure is finite there. There's only a singular sphere we gotta. But look, world upon worlds upon worlds, more than my singular life can have. So why not?
Well, if you're sure, Glacy, it sounds like you really have your mind set on it.
If that is what you truly wish, I won't stand in your way.
But I'll still stick around to help you guys get home.
I appreciate that, Glacy. I really do. Because after coming here, all I could think about is home, you know? As much as being amongst the stars has been amazing to me, I miss my family. I miss my Warren. I knew
I
that
miss.
Oh, sorry. I knew
No,
that
you.
You may
I
go,
knew
Iris.
sorry. I knew that leaving was a big step for me. And like you, I wanted to learn more. But I I would like to return home. I miss my parents and my siblings. And I just hope I can see them again.
I have a feeling that we'll be able to at least get you guys back home. Hell, maybe I could spend my time here on the spare to find a steady way to go back and forth. Imagine the business opportunity on that one.
And what about you, Adam?
I miss the sea. I miss being on the deck of a ship and feeling the mist hitting my face. I miss having the sun come up and, you know, it's it's the warmth of the sun and it's the coldness of this place that makes it feel so strange.
Hmm.
And I think that as much as I think I could get used to this place, I don't think I want to.
Hmm.
I just really want to go home.
Everyone has their own reasons to want to go home, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree. No one's going to believe this when I tell them about everything here, when I do get back home.
Definitely not.
You know, you could always tell them about how we did a lap around this rock. We could do it one more time in reverse if it'll make you feel better.
You know, why not? It was an interesting experience the first time.
Could be
Nice.
even better the second time.
Lacey sighs and rolls her eyes lightly, but scoffs and follows. Her eyes then still diverted to the open sea of stars and the worlds beyond.
So the three of you uh, turn around and march your way back across the runaway star, with just an endless sky of stars above you as you loop your way once more around this tiny little asteroid, eventually bumping right back into the heavily armored gift guard out front, who just kind of, you see him like turn his head slightly towards you as his armor kind of grates against itself and just decides he won't ask.
Yep, It was even more fun the second time.
I don't know. I think I found a new rock back there, but we'll just leave it there for next time.
Hmm. Yeah, for next time.
Lacey nodded. Then next time. She was the first to climb in the boat.
So you climb back aboard your lifeboat, and are ready to depart from the Runaway Star. For reference, I'm using an old boat just because this one is easier for me to grab, and I don't have the asset. But this is what your lifeboat looks like for reference.
Sounds good.
Oh,
They all
nice.
kind of look like that. They've got their own little mechanisms aboard, gently pulsing with magic that lets you steer them.
Nice.
Yeah, in the up-down motion, not the side-to-side motion.
Yeah, they have to be able to move in 3 dimensions and rotate on multiple axes, so they're a bit more complex in their mechanisms, and enchanted with magic as well to facilitate that process. So you all pull away from the Runaway Star, and eventually, as you sail off, kind of towards, well, nothing, the Valinar Hawk swoops back in out in front of you, and then slows on its own as Lethley brings the ship to a stop for you guys to board once more. And as you arrive at the edge of the hull, you can hear the captain's voice from high up on deck going, "Ahoy down there! Everything sorted?
Perfectly.
All right, Mr. Snacks, hold them up." And there's kind of some pulleys and carabiner systems that you can attach the ship onto, and then they begin to yank you up slowly with kind of a lurching movement. And eventually you are standing flush with the railing of the ship and ready to hop back over.
Lacey again would be the first to go that she. Oh, Adam's already up there. Second one, I guess.
The crew make room for you to hop back aboard, and then Snacks busies himself fastening the lifeboat back to the side of the ship into its proper place so that they can be ready to depart. And the captain makes his way down from the helm and approaches the three of you and says, "Did we find everything?"
Indeed, we did. Supplies for not only the ship, but for ourselves with our own spare coin.
Very good. You can give the solar sails to Mr. Snacks. He shall be able to handle it, and if you found Chanzi's request as well, then she is below deck. If you'd like to deliver it to her.
Lacey nodded as she looked to the other two. Shall we?
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
Oh.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay.
You're all something about solar sails, Captain? Who's got them? Let's start the repair.
Adam has the repair.
I pass the sails to Mr. Snacks.
He kind of starts to unfold them. Not bad quality. All right, I can get us patched up within the hour, Captain. Then we'll be ready to sail. The captain just kind of nods and goes, "You're dismissed, Mr. Snacks." And Snacks hurries off and begins to just climb his way up the mast rather nimbly, like a small little spider monkey.
Order. Gracie would go down with just Iris as they went to go see Chansey. Chansey, fuck names.
So Iris and Glacy, you guys make your way below deck. The captain kind of approaches you, Adam, and says, "Something on your mind, Mr. Autumn?"
Plenty, Captain. There's plenty on my mind. I'm not sure where to start, but don't worry, it won't get in the way of my duties. I just need a moment, if you don't mind.
Very good. Don't hesitate to approach. There's something you need.
Thank you, Captain. And I just kind of like stare off into space, and I rub my my thumb over the shark tooth necklace that I made as I just kind of like stare off.
Very well. Back below deck.
So what's the first thing you're gonna do when you get back?
Oh. Me?
Yeah.
Hmm. The first thing I would love to do. Might sound a little silly, but tend to my garden.
Having turf under your feet might feel very relaxing, I'll bet.
Hmm. My
Especially with all
siblings. Oh, sorry.
especially with all this wood and stone that we've been traveling across.
Hmm. The stars have been a comfort, but I do miss, some solid earth and grass beneath me. And I do worry about my garden. I know my siblings said they'd take good care of it, but oh, I do just worry sometimes about it?
It is good to have some concerns about things in the world. It gives us all a little motivation.
Hmm.
So as you guys travel through the through below deck on the Valinor Hall, you make your way through the arcane engine, and you can actually feel the ship kind of lurch to a start as Lethelly begins to sail you guys away from um, the runaway star and into the asteroid field as Snacks above deck begins repairs on the sail.
Lacey would go up to the door and knock her knuckles across it.
After a brief pause with the shuffling of feet behind the door, it opens and Chanzi kind of smiles and goes, "Oh, you're back. Did you find what I was looking for? Come in, come in." Were we able to purchase sending stones?
Mm-hmm.
And what of the sale?
Hmm?
That too.
Oh, good. That means that we will be making good time once more.
A welcome relief.
All this going back in order.
Indeed.
So we did meet some husky looking man. Do you know anything about Orson Valeria?
No, the name is not familiar, but then again, I haven't spent much time outside Driftwood.
Hmm.
Oh, it's worth a shot asking.
You
Uh,
sure hung up about that man, Glacy.
I'm having a gut feeling about something.
Hmm. Hope it's not a bad gut feeling. But as you were saying, Chansey?
well, the sending stones. Can I see them?
Who has the sending stones? Out of character
Lacey.
question. Okay.
Lacey would present the bag of stones.
Now she takes one of them, and kind of turns it over in her hand, and then looks at the two of you and says, I would have you three keep the other one.
All right.
Okay.
That way, we can stay in communication.
Makes sense.
I shall tuck the other one away. She places it into one of the pockets on her jacket.
What are these stones?
Well, sending stones, of course. You can use them to communicate. Speaking into one stone will pass the message across the other.
That's handy.
And so, I imagine the captain will be sending you three as the boarding party when we reach Galahad's Arrow. And
Most likely.
he won't want to risk sending me there if it's not safe. You see, there have been stories of researchers not making it back from the Arrow. And so once it is safe, once you've determined it to be safe, then you can message me, and I'll bring the dragon egg with me. That way we don't put it at risk either.
Sounds like a solid plan to me.
Good, I'm glad. Was that all you needed?
As far as I can tell, do you need anything, Iris?
No, but as always, I'm just curious of how our dragon egg is doing.
You fold back some of the fabric, and it still just kind of has this soft little purple glow to it. Doesn't appear any different than last time.
Gotcha. Doesn't look like anything's changed from last time I've checked it.
Well, I suppose no change is good.
Agreed.
If there's nothing else, then we could probably return and help around the ship.
Yes, I imagine there's much to do as we sail through Baelor's Bell.
Especially if we're going to be close to unscrupulous types.
I'll join you above deck shortly, and I'll aid the crew as well.
Lacey nodded, as she then was the first to head out the door and wait for Iris to come through before shutting the door.
Now you make your way back out of the captain's quarters and across the arcane engine. You can tell me what you guys want to do. It's a bit slow sailing for a time, as Snax has to repair the sail. But once he does, after about an hour or so, then things should pick up a little bit.
Lacey, I'll look to Iris. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be alright. And how are you feeling, Glacy? Is your stomach still upset?
I mean, it's a little bubbly, but I'm sure the food that we had was helping settle it, as I now have something to digest and have energy to recover.
Yeah, it went down okay because it was cooked.
Well, that's good. The food was very delightful.
I was concerned that because we are not of this world that we may have some incompatibilities. I'm sure you can understand.
Yes. But thankfully, we all seem alright. I was a bit might jealous of what Adam was eating, actually.
Well, if we ever swing by that way again, I will make sure to pick you up some of that.
Yes. If we ever swing that way again.
See why not? We're gonna probably have to come along this path to head back to the port, to the way that we came in through.
Hmm.
I feel like there's something you want to say, but you don't aren't saying it.
Oh? What do you mean?
Just probably the tone of your voice. Seems like there's something still bothering you, outside of what you've already said about missing home.
I'm just worried about how we'll get back home. I know that we need to meet the dragon, but anything after that, I'm not so sure. Will we even, you know, survive an encounter with a dragon? Have you ever met a dragon before?
I have not personally met a dragon, but I've heard the horror stories that can be dragon into it. But I've also heard rumor about certain dragons being more benevolent. It really depends.
True.
Hmm.
Hell, maybe giving them the egg back will make them a little more calmer towards us, if not more lenient.
Perhaps. I'm just worried about another way it could go down.
About us getting cooked alive.
Yes, I mean, yes. I'm not too sure if there's any nice way to put it, but yes, I am in fact worried about being cooked alive by a dragon, and I much rather not.
That is understandable. But I'm gonna put it to you this way as I see it. The past is behind us. The future does not exist, and all that matters is the present. Why worry about something that does not exist?
Hmm, it's true, but I am one to believe that you should always think about the possibilities ahead and try to prepare the best you can. But how do you prepare for a dragon?
Quite difficult, plus I do not have the magical dragons manuals for just slaying them.
There's a manual for that?
I would not, it would be probably stupidly expensive, but I don't see why not.
Oh,
Uh,
if only we had a manual like that now.
so, as the two of you make your way back out of the engine room, how do you busy yourself?
Probably go back up to the main deck to help out where we can. Let's not
We,
leave Adam to his thoughts.
right, and I'll keep a close eye on Glacy just in case their stomach is still not feeling too good.
Yeah. So, you guys make your way above deck and busy yourselves helping the crew, I suppose. And you can see Snacks just kind of repairing the um, the sail high above the deck. He's got some of his tools clenched in his mouth, and kind of deftly sewing in this new bolt of fabric into the sail. You can see kind of a long stitch line, but other than that, it seems to be holding.
Well,
The,
he moves over to Kalia. Hey, is there anything I can help out with?
well, there's always things to do. Uh,
Such as?
well, you could see if Yes Sir has finished some of the repairs from, well, the scavers. Still missing a few railings, I think.
Daisy nods as she moves over to talk to Yesser and asks the same question.
All, all you get when you ask if he's finished preparing the railings is he just kind of stares at you for almost a solid 30 seconds and then makes a small little motion with one of his spindly little arms, and then just waddles off towards some of the broken railings.
I'm gonna need a look at their internals just to make sure that they're working correctly.
Are you sure about that, Glacy?
Excuse me. I mean, why not?
What if you, I don't know, write him?
I'm only watching. I'm not looking to like rip things out.
Yes, please. Refrain from ripping anything out.
So are you helping? Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. As he kind of waddles up to some of the little railings, you see sort of the front part of him, that kind of bottom half there. It slides open like a drawer, and he begins to pull a hammer and nails out of it. And he hands some tools off to you, and then picks up some loose planks and begins to hammer in, repairing some of the railings. And so you help him out with that.
Lacey's more than willing to help.
He's very methodical and, well, frankly, mechanical about his work. And he makes good time with your aid. Iris, what do you do? You can just say that you help the crew if you don't know anything else that you want to do.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
help the crew.
Yeah, just odd jobs, moving things about, readjusting things, scooping up lost cannonballs that roll across the deck. And Adam, what do you do?
I have tied and untied the same piece of rope for however long this has taken.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been about
This is
20-ish minutes.
This is the least productive he's been on this entire journey.
Oh.
So do you continue to do that as Snacks fixes the sail? Adam?
Pardon?
Do you continue to do that as Snacks just kind of finishes repairs? And you sail off into Baylor's boat?
Yeah, I've been lost in my thoughts. That's where I've been.
All right, very well. Then some time passes with you doing that, and Iris, you help the rest of the crew. Glacy, you help Yesser finish repairs from the scaver attack. And another sort of half an hour passes with Snacks eventually finishing the sails. And as he patches them back up, you guys help him unfurl them, and then the ship kicks up speed from there on. With the aid of the captain behind the helm and Leslie on the Spelljammer, the Valinor Hawk weaves deftly in between asteroids as these massive rocks just kind of loom on all sides below you, far above you, and just sort of all around. Even sometimes smaller stones will just drift straight across the deck, and you'll have to kind of duck your heads to weave out of the way of them, of the smaller debris. And so you continue on your travels for another hour or two, sailing through Baylor's belt and weaving around asteroids and rocks. And the day passes well past noon and off into the afternoon. And you make good time with the sails repair, the Valinar Hawk can match its speed once more, and we make for Galahad's arrow. Adam, you kind of continue to be in a bit of a trance for the day, but after some time, you are rudely ripped out of your thoughts by the captain's booming voice shouting across the deck to everyone. All hands! All hands! Pirates off the starboard quarter! All hands to attention!
Glacy then soon appeared to yes, sir. Before smiling ear to ear, she then moved to starboard. You said, yeah.
Starboard quarter, so that's that. And as you rush up to the side railings of the ship to look to starboard quarter, you can see just kind of lurking back like a shark among the larger asteroids, a massive ship, not made from wood or fabric sails, but a massive iron behemoth. And the captain himself kind of spins as he's steering the ship around asteroids. He spins to look back. He pulls a small little spyglass from his pocket and peers off towards the ship. Oh no. I knew it. That's the
What?
Dark Mantle. That's Void
Who's
Eye
their
Versa's
captain?
ship.
Oh,
That's-
Void Eye?
That's Void Eye Versa's ship. All hands, prepare to be boarded. They are going to catch us. And that's where we'll end the session for today.
Well then.
Ah,
That's a cliffhanger.
there's a cliffhanger and a half.
Love it.
Pirates.
Pocket Reapers!
They might be pirates, but remember, I'm the +1 pirate.
That's
Lord.
right. We got a +1 pirate on our side.
Alrighty. So, off the top of our heads, is there anything that interferes with next week? Because next week is Halloween.
No. I'm in an apartment currently. I don't. Just as fair warning, I'm moving mid to late November, but I should be moved into the new place because it's
Yeah,
all.
we could be done by then. It's hard to say, but
Yeah.
but yeah, just keep us posted about that. But as for the 31st, does anybody have anything that interfere?
Nope.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, same here.
Very well. Then we'll play this on Monday.
Heck yeah.
I planned like a Halloween one shot, in case you guys had to cancel on Monday. And then we could do it with other players. But maybe we'll just do it. We'll either do it. We'll do it a different day.
Movie.
Spooky.
So we'll pencil in next week as a yes, and if anything changes, keep me updated.
Will
as, for
do.
as for the rest of the week, I haven't been approached with any scheduling issues, so we should have another Seas of Sand on Wednesday at around 7:30. They have to sometimes adjust due to work schedules, but we'll start when we start. That'll be an interesting session because they are fighting their final boss. The big bad of their campaign is they left on the cliffhanger of starting that fight. So their next session will be a boss battle. So that should be pretty interesting. against cult leader Akita and his Yuan-Ti Immortal. So we'll see what happens then. And I haven't also received anything that would cancel Friday, so we'll pencil in Friday as another yes. For more Dreamwalker, they're going into a fight too. Everybody's going into fights next week.
Oh, heck yeah.
In the coming sections, everyone's starting fights.
Halloween week is action week.
Action week.
They've started a battle against the toads that are lurking deep within the Rose Maiden's temple. Though there appears to be something maybe a little bit off about these particular giant toads. Toad folk, sorry. And they seem to be maybe possessed by a demon, an entity that they keep calling the Eyes of Midnight.
Ooh.
And the party has dealt with that particular demon, and it should be interesting. So tune into Friday for more Dreamwalker. That's always a very entertaining campaign. I think that's all for this week. As for what I'll do with the one shot, I'm just gonna pick a day kind of close to Halloween and see if we can run it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I'll save it. I'll just save it for next year.
Sounds like a plan.
But we'll see. We'll just hunt down some players who are around that day, and we'll do it. So, the three of you, tell everyone where they can find you.
Currently my social links are kind of flowy right now, but you could find me right now. The only one that's active is Twitter. Twitter for Sorceress Glacy.
There's ads going off right now while we're trying to advertise.
Are there really? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can wait a moment if you want.
Yeah. I was just wondering if you guys would want to know. While we're trying to.
We always want to know.
Gotta know about them ads.
Those damned ads.
Don't you? What? You don't love ads?
I mean, it depends on what kind of ad it is. If it's like Christmas time and you have that old school Campbell's soup commercial, then yes, absolutely. I love that ad. But I don't get that ad.
It's not Christmas yet. Too soon.
I think there's a couple more holidays before that.
Yeah, there's Thanksgiving. We can't forget Thanksgiving before Christmas.
Gotta celebrate the turkey.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But yeah, I think the ads are over now.
All right. So just to be safe, run it again, Glacy.
Pardon?
Just start from the top, Glacy.
Oh, you can find my socials at Sorceress Glacy pretty much on everything. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, everything.
Very good. Next to Jotun.
Hi, Val, hello. You guys can find me here on twitch.tv/JotunRedWolf, or you can find me on Twitter at JotunRedWolfCH, which stands for channel.
And lastly, Rika.
Sup, potential cool cats. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, as Rika35, or Rika35 does art on Twitter.
Very nice. All right. So we can wrap up here. There's some good RP in that session. I appreciated that scene of you guys mulling over what you wanted to do in the future. That was really nice.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Good.
I love that.
Good RP. Hang on. I always forget to use this, so I should do it. We have a good RP counter in the chat. But I always forget to use it, so the number's really low, so I have to make sure to do it.
Oh, and if that's all there is, then I shall be toddling off.
Yeah, feel
you
free
all
to head
take care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do my little wrap up, and then we'll raid somebody. So if you guys do need to head out, you can.
All right.
For
Pocket
those of you,
dust.
for those of you in the chat, if you want to be kept abreast of what's going on the channel, you can follow me on Twitter. I change schedules and stuff there. But we also do that in the Discord, where you can find all sorts of channels, like art channels with some really good art lately. There was an animatic done by Charlie Chorn in our art channel that is
Oh.
really really cool of her character Sybil, or of their character Sybil from the Whispers in the Woods campaign. So you can check that out, and check out the meme channel if you want to look at all the shit posts. But there's lots of good stuff in the Discord, so take a peek if that interests you. As for the archive, if you ever miss a session and want to get caught up, or want to go back and watch old campaigns, like say Whispers in the Woods, there's so many moments in Whispers in the Woods that live rent free in my brain. Their encounter with that beholder was very interesting. If you want to go back and get caught up, check out the archive on YouTube. I move all the VODs from here to there, so you can find them if they're not here. Find them there. And lastly, if you want to read about the living world, which you might not have seen much of in this particular campaign, because we're off in space. But if you want to know about the place that all these people come from, the living world of Grand Lorien, then you can check out the World Anvil. It's like a wiki for factions, deities, kingdoms, continents, and characters. All the stuff that you might want to know if you're doing some extracurricular reading and want to better understand the world that all my campaigns take place in. Other than that, I have been Charlemagne Shackleford, and you're watching Beyond the Eye. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the resub from Blue, and the follows that we've gotten recently. Very nice of everybody, and even the little gifted inspiration there was nice as well. So take care. Have a good night. I think we'll go and raid Spooky, because Spooky's playing Bioshock Remastered, which seems interesting. So go and watch her. And behave yourself and be nice. So have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye bye.